Sega Rally Championship.
Alright, what's going on? Today I'm going to talk about the Satiator for the Sega Saturn. The Satiator plugs into the expansion port on the back of your Saturn, and it lets you load games off an SD card. So it's a pretty cool thing with Saturns getting old and the CD drives. They're getting old and not easily fixed or replaced, so it's a good option to make your Saturn, last a lot longer and still be able to play your games. So I'm going to go through the menus and some other stuff you can do with it. So I'm going to go back to the menu now. I do that by just turning off the Saturn and turning it back on. Now if you have a Satiator, you can still play your disc games. You just put them in the disc drive and it'll load your game right from there. But if you don't have a game in there, it's going to load to this menu. This is actually it's called the Rings menu, which is a custom menu. The stock Satiator menu is a little boring, but it gets the job done. But this will pop up and you have your list of games, which you definitely ripped from your own collection. And let's say I want to play Super Puzzle Fighter 2. Button, it'll load up, and there it is. Now most games work perfectly. I think there's only a couple that have issues. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter is one of them. It'll start up and you might be able to play a couple rounds, but then it'll freeze. But other than that, everything works good. Loading times seem to be pretty quick. Now I'm going to go back to the menu and show you a couple more things. Alright, you can go to the options from here, and let's go into the options. Now you can add cover art for all your games. On your SD card, you plug it into your computer, and there's actually a program for the Rings menu that lets you customize it. Now I don't really care about that stuff, but you can do it. You have some stuff here like region patch, so you can play any region game on whichever Saturn you have. You can skip that intro screen if you want to get in your games faster. And they also just added saves, so it'll make own save files on your SD card instead of using the Saturn internal memory, which is very small and doesn't hold a lot. So this is a great option. I have it off because I've been playing something that's saved on the Saturn, but if you turn it on, it's going to make its own save on your SD card for every game. There's a couple different themes with this. There's a red one and black and white, but I like the blue. Alright. You can check your console information. Tells you what region you have, and I have the 4 megabyte card in here. And with this I can just keep that in all the time, which is good. You don't want to be swapping stuff out of your slot on your Saturn too much. They're kind of fragile. Alright, go back to my games list. Some of the cool stuff you can do is there's some translations for games that never came out in the US. Let's see what I have. Here we go. So I want to play Police Knots. I'm quite a ways into it, so I'll load that up. think the Saturn version is the best version. I know a lot of people play the translated PS1 version, but I've played both. I like the Saturn one. I can get on here, continue. And here I am about to go to Tokugawa headquarters and hack their computer system. So let's go back to my game list. Alright, I can show you what the original Satiator menu looks like. I'm getting this. And here it is. This is what you would normally have if you didn't put in the rings menu, which works fine. There's not much to it, but it doesn't need to be, so load on Virtua Fighter 2. See, my Saturn memory's full, and if I turned on that per game saves option, then it would create all the memory I'd need for every game. But I don't have that on right now. Obviously, I'm not very good at Virtua Fighter, but oh, okay. Alright, well, that's basically it for the Satiator. It's doesn't require any modifications to your system. Plugs right into the back of the unit. I mean, it's extremely easy to do. You can get it and be up and running in 20 minutes. And you can put the cover for the expansion port back on, so no one will even know it's in there. It's $200 some. It's not cheap, but I think it's a great price for what you get. So that's that, and we'll see you next time.